There is nothing I like more on a cool day than warm mushroom risotto with peas. I'm telling you, it's amazing. So I'm going to show you how to make it today because it is pretty simple. So let's look at the ingredients. Okay, we are going to need some rice, and I use arborio rice. That's the best rice for risotto. We're going to have about a cup of green peas. We're going to have mushrooms. You can use any mushroom, but I like baby bellas, and I'm going to go ahead and chop those up. We've got onion. This is the chicken stock. You can use any kind. I like low sodium. Wine, garlic, butter, and I'm using avocado oil, and then Parmesan cheese, which I will grate. Those are the ingredients. Now let's get to cooking. Okay, the first thing you want to do is heat your 32 ounces of chicken stock on the stove in a pan. Okay, now what you want to do is add a tablespoon of butter to the pan and an oil of your choosing. I'm using avocado oil, but you can use olive oil as well. And you want to get that to heating, and once it starts heating, you can add your 8 ounces of mushrooms, which I have chopped up. Now, this is going to, as it gets cooked, it's going to get moisturized, and salt will bring out the moisture as well, and you'll see that it gets to be like half the size. So we're going to cook these mushrooms, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, after about 2 to 3 minutes, you can see that the mushrooms are about half the size. We're just going to continue stirring until we feel like they are fully cooked. It's about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're going to remove them from the heat. Now I'm going to add a little more avocado oil and throw in my cup of chopped onions and stir that together with a tablespoon of garlic. Remember, I'm making risotto for 2. Sorry, I got a little out of camera frame there. I'm multitasking. So we're going to continue cooking that until it is softened and translucent. The onions are translucent. Now that the onions and garlic are ready, we're going to add a cup of risotto, and what we're going to try to do here is brown the risotto. We want it browned, and I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. Just keep stirring it. Do not let it go because it can burn rather quickly, and this is what you want it to look like. You want it to be brown. See how it's turned from white to brown? That's what we want. Now we're going to add a 1/3 cup of white wine. So we add the white wine in, and we want to cook that for about 2 to 3 minutes until the wine or the alcohol has dissolved. So just keep stirring for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, now what you want to do is add a ladle at a time. Just put a ladle of the chicken stock in, and what you want to do is stir that. You're not going to want to leave the stove. This is going to take about 20 minutes, this process. You're going to stir it until most of the moisture has dissipated, and then you're going to keep adding ladle at a time until you're done with the 32 ounces, and then it should be just barely al dente. So we're going to keep adding and stirring, and again, this process is what takes the longest. It's going to be about 20 minutes, and you can see once it disappears, you want to add another ladle of the stock and keep going. Now, while that's finishing up, I have grated some Parmesan cheese. I want 1 1/3 cups for the main portion and then some for on top. So you can see this is very creamy now. Most of the water is gone. I'm going to go ahead and add back my mushrooms, which is just under 1 cup here, and then about 3/4 of a cup of green peas. It brings it a freshness and a brightness at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and add our peas, and then we're going to stir, and just stir that to heat it up. And then we're going to add our cheeses. So 1/3 and a cup of Parmesan cheese once that's heated through. And stir that until it's incorporated. And then just to give it a little bit of a shine, what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. 2 tablespoons of butter. It makes it creamy, it makes it shiny. It's awesome. Just keep stirring that till the butter is warmed through. And then what you have is a finished risotto. Look at how creamy and cheesy that is. Can you see the cheese? It's amazing. Stick in a bowl, put some Parmesan on top. You're welcome to use pepper. I don't like pepper. And there you go. Bon appetit. Let me know what you think.